What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Serge Lopescu. Welcome to my channel, and I actually kind of want to go ahead and just jump straight into the topic of this video, which is what was the initial inspection like when I did my licensing and when I got my home inspected. I had my initial inspection on May 3rd, and then I got my license issued on May 8th. So technically I was able to start putting residents into my home on May 8th. Now, my initial inspection lasted about 3 hours. In this period of 3 hours, what happened? We'll go ahead and kind of walk through that day on May 3rd when I had my initial inspection. It was around 12 o'clock in the afternoon when the inspector showed up to my home. So she walked in, we signed the form saying, okay, the initial inspection started that day. So that was the first thing that happened. And then from there, she went and measured all the rooms to make sure that they meet all the requirements. From there, she then checked my fire alarms to make sure all my batteries are changed, they're fully charged. And then also my fire extinguisher, making sure that it was inspected and that it's working properly. And then she also went through to make sure that my C of O, which is a certificate of occupancy from the city, was there. And then also she made sure that my manager's license was hung up on the wall. Now from there, she then went through my kitchen to make sure that my oven was clean, my microwave was clean, also that there wasn't any type of expired food in the fridge, then also to make sure that the temperature of the fridge were within the requirement and regulation of the state. And then from there, she actually took the temperature of the water at the sinks. From the kitchen sink to the bathroom sink, they all have to be below a certain amount of degrees. And then from there, she also checked the pantry to make sure that there weren't any expired stuff. And then that I had, I believe it was 2 to 3 weeks of supply, like dry goods in cans, in case of an emergency, in case of a disaster. I have that amount of supplies in the pantry. Now, the next thing that she went through that actually took a really long time was, so you got to have a binder with everything that the state requires you to have. That's including in your policies and procedures, but the state has a lot of stuff in its regulations and what you can and can't have in assisted living. So she cross-referenced that with the policies and procedures, making sure that, okay, that thing goes along with what this regulation says. So it was a lot of back and forth. And then there was the paperwork for the employees, right, making sure we had a manager on staff, all of that. And then from there, we inspected the laundry room, the medication room, and where I'd keep all the medications. You got to have a drug book as well, a drug reference guide for your caregivers. You got to have that in there. There's so many little things, but the nice thing is that at least for the state of Arizona, on DHS's website, they give you a checklist of what the initial inspection is gonna be. And so you go through that checklist and you make sure that, you know, okay, I got this, I got that, I got that, I got that, and so on and so forth. So I don't know, it may vary for you. If you're thinking of opening one of these homes or you're about to get inspected, it can vary. I believe the max is like 4 hours, even 5 maybe, possibly, depending on how many deficiencies you get. Because if you don't have everything in order, guys, that's the biggest thing. Like, you want to make sure you're completely ready to go, because if they show up to your home and you make them wait, they will try to find something because you're making them wait. They got to do something in the process of you getting everything for them. So they might as well go through and check everything. They'll give you a deficiency for literally everything. I mean, they can find something if they really want to find something. Like, don't give them reason to find anything. I mean, ultimately, you want to be on par with everything, but you don't want to give them reason to go and find something, because if you do that, you get a deficiency, and now you got to do a plan of correction and go through all these things to correct that deficiency. So, and you might even get fined. So don't give them reason, guys. Be on top of your game, provide the best value you can, and just be ready. If they give you a checklist, guys, go through that checklist and make sure you have everything on that checklist marked off and ready to go. Double check it if you need to. Like, that checklist will either make or break your, you know, relationship with that inspector, and will get you licensed or not get you licensed, get you fined or not get you fined, you know. So, you know, just go through that checklist, like I said, and, you know, stay calm. Don't be nervous. It's like taking an exam, right? Like, go in, take a deep breath, stay calm, smile. I was definitely nervous. I was like shaking at the beginning, but then as I kind of was realizing, okay, this is not so bad, you know, I was definitely overthinking it and was worried. But looking back on it now, I'm like, why was I worried? Because, I mean, I get it. It's the initial inspection. It's a big deal. It's not like, it's not, right? It's either she doesn't give you the license or she does. And now you have a business or you don't. And you have to like reapply and go through this whole process. So it is a big deal. But the more you remain calm, the more, just take a deep breath. Just know, okay, you did your best. And just listen to what they have to say. And don't try to argue with them. Don't try to take their criticism as, it's good to get criticized, and it's good to, you know, take their guidance. Don't think that they're trying to like not help you out, because they are. That's what they're there for. The state has those inspectors there so that you do open a great home to provide a great service to people that need it. Like, you know, they're there to help you. So, and that was something that she reminded me, was that she was there to help me and not to like, you know, run my business down to the ground. So just remember that when you get inspected, or when you're about to get inspected. If you watched all the way to the end, guys, do me a big favor. Just hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and just tell your friends, your family, if they're interested in this type of stuff and into assisted living and everything. Tell them about my channel. Just, that's all I ask for. I'm gonna be providing a lot more information regarding all this stuff. And let me know down in the comment section what other questions you guys have. I've had people reach out and personally ask me questions, whether they found me through Facebook or my website for the business. You know, they've reached out and called and asked questions, you know, and so I'll definitely answer some of those questions as well on the YouTube channel. And but go ahead and just drop a comment too. You know, that's another easy way for me to actually make a video on it and kind of elaborate more on the question. So thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys all have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.